Hello everyone, my name is mandilynn. I am the author of the young adult novel Essence and historical fantasy novel I Am Mercy, and today we're going to be talking about why you should participate in NaNoWriMo. So we are 7 days into NaNoWriMo, and if you haven't started your NaNoWriMo novel yet, it's not too late. There is still time to catch up. But there's a few people out there that may think NaNoWriMo isn't the best thing for them because they feel like if they force themselves to write 50,000 words in 1 month, that the quality of that novel is not going to be good. Now there is some truth to that. If you do just kind of blurt out words in 1 month, it may not be your best writing, but the important thing is that it's writing to start with. It's better to have something than nothing. NaNoWriMo is meant to get you started on your novel, and it's also meant to bring the community of writers together. It helps you get into the habit of writing every day, and if at the end of the month what you wrote isn't that good, that's okay. That's what draft 2 is for. You can fix any mistakes in the bad writing in draft 2. And just because you wrote your novel during NaNoWriMo does not mean it's not of publishable standards. And if you don't believe me, well, I have some pretty good examples to tell you about right now. There are hundreds of novels that have been written during NaNoWriMo and that were later published, and you can see the full list if you would like on the NaNoWriMo website, but I'm going to be talking about 2 favorites of mine, and they are both New York Times best-selling authors. So the first author I would like to talk about is Rowell. Did you know her novel Fangirl was written during NaNoWriMo? Here's a quick little quote from Rowell herself from an interview that was posted on Goodreads. I wrote about 50,000 words that month and then kept writing until January, ending up with about 110,000 words. I revised heavily for my second draft, which I finished in April. All my initial character work and dialogue was strong, but I had to make some pretty significant structural changes. That's something that was hard for me to do when I was in the thick of Nano. So if you want to check out the full interview, I will leave the link down below. But that just goes to show, even though Rowell herself forced out 50,000 words in 1 month, even that was strong. There were things that she had to fix, but it wasn't a complete mess. My second example is Marissa Mayer. She is the author of the Lunar Chronicles, and for those who didn't know, the Lunar Chronicles were written during NaNoWriMo. During one NaNoWriMo, all 3 books, or at least the first draft of all 3 books, were written during NaNoWriMo. So Marissa Mayer went far beyond the 50,000 word goal and shot for as high as she could in 1 month. The reason behind this was because her town was having a contest to see who could write the most words in 1 month, and whoever won would get to be an extra on Star Trek. And because she is a bit of a fan, she decided to go for it. By the end of November 2008, she had over 150,000 words. So that was split up between her 3 novels, and I have another quick interview from her, and this interview comes from the NaNoWriMo blog itself, and I'm just gonna read a quick little quote. Cinder came in about 70,000 words. The second novel, Scarlet, was right around 50,000 words, and then I'd gotten 30,000 haphazard words into Crest. However, all 3 of these novels had to be completely scrapped and started over from scratch during revisions, which is just fine by me. I may not produce anything of quality during NaNoWriMo, but I always come away with a great roadmap. And that's exactly what I've been trying to tell you guys. So even if what you produce during NaNoWriMo is absolute crap, it doesn't matter. It at least got you thinking. If anything, NaNoWriMo is a great thinking exercise. It gives you a chance to really kind of think about the plot and work through the plot and realize what works and what doesn't work. And again, that interview that is from the NaNoWriMo blog will be linked down below. So these were 2 very different authors that had 2 very different experiences. And if you still don't believe me that great novels can be produced during NaNoWriMo, here's a few more examples. We have Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstein, Wool by Hugh Howey, and The Darwin Elevator by Jason M. Hugh. So those are all New York Times best-selling books, and down below will be the link to the full list of every single novel that's ever been published that was written during NaNoWriMo. Anyways, last year's NaNoWriMo had almost 400,000 participants. Are you one of them this year? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys are all super excited, and I will be continuing to upload NaNoWriMo videos throughout the month. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe.